What's up, guys, hosers, ladies? Welcome back to the vlog. Oh, hey, Alex.
What's up?
What are you eating there, brother? Is that gonna help your diet? You're doing better than I am today. I'm losing the diet challenge, boys. Anyway, I got the homeboy Ricky in the house. I got Mr. Evan Beckerman helping out as well. Josh just left after he put the motor in with us in the VR-4. And today is the day that we're going to install the intercooler, all the piping, and that sweet blow-off valve. So let's have a little quick look. Where are we at? Where are we at with this, Ricky? Cleaning up.
Broken glove. He needs some food, man. You need to feed him. Oh, we don't need that.
So where are we at, Rick?
So this is the from our intercooler bracket that holds the intercooler.
That thing looks cool.
It is pretty cool.
Looks pretty heavy duty. Looks like we could tow a car with that.
I just don't know where you're supposed to mount that.
So this car has active Aero, which means it had a lip that came down in the front when you hit a certain speed or pushed a button. I think it's vacuum driven, and we have some sort of electric pump or motor here that looks like is all gonna need to be removed because our intercooler needs to sit right here.
No, that's not where it goes.
Nah, bro.
No, that's not where it goes.
It hangs from here.
How do you know that?
I don't, but we'll get this. We gotta get all this plastic removed.
That's what makes sense, though.
And then we're also gonna remove some other things that no longer belong in the car, and we'll bring you along through the process. Alright, so I grabbed the intercooler from Ricky. He's getting everything prepped, getting the holes drilled for the mount. I went ahead and just easily mounted this up with a couple new M8 hardwares. We're not going to use the hardwares that came with it. Just like these ones better. And I've left it a little bit loose so I can make some adjustments. And I've got a couple brackets here that came with the kit that we're going to go ahead and fold with a 90-degree bend. It's going to come off of here and then mount on under the bottom of our core support, which is Ricky's preparing at the moment.
Oh, almost just fell on the ground. So we got a guest today in the shop. You guys might recognize this car. This is Nick's beautiful E92 M3. We are very dark. We're getting the throttle banner back on here. So when this car was Tiffany blue, right? It had the throttle banner and then it went away for a little while and now it's back. It looks so good. This makes me miss Chelsea's M3.
All right, quick update on the VR-4, boys. We've got the intercooler mounted up. We've got our red couplers in place. Everything's just sort of mocked up at the moment. We're trying to figure out all the routing and make sure that we've got everything set up properly. But we're off to a good start. We've got some of our other piping already in place here. Our intake pipe and the turbo side pipe over here. This one runs down under to the bottom turbo over here on the front of the engine. CX Racing puts together a pretty nice kit. If you take your time and don't rush the process, everything seems to line up really well. If you rush it, I think you will run into some problems. And we do recommend taking apart some of the engine bay, some of the intake piping and things like that needs to come out so that you can get this all lined up. Then you put those rubber hoses back in. We've got a couple of things that are stopping us from actually completing this today, and we're waiting on our shifter cables. We've got a broken shifter cable, which looks like it was broken from the previous owner when they were trying to install the short throw shifter that they had that came with the car. For some reason they aborted installing that short throw shifter, and we think it might be because they did damage the shifter cable. So we've got a set of those overnighted on the way. It should be here tomorrow. Once we have those, we can go ahead and put our intercooler piping back on, our intake piping back on, and then our intercooler piping back in because all that stuff sort of stacks on top of one another. And if we put it in now, we won't be able to get to those shifter cables. So bear with us, guys. We're going to keep plugging along a little bit here with some more work, but overall it's looking pretty good. Really happy with the way it's turning out. The engine turned out fantastic. What do you got going on here, brother?
Right now I'm trying to take the OEM fuel pump out so I can replace it with this DW400.
Hey!
Look at this beast.
That is a beast.
Yep. It's sick.
So we're running that and also running the same pump in Helen's car, eh?
Correct.
Yep.
Same one.
Beachwork pumps, good stuff. If you haven't tried one, you gotta give them a whirl.
Gotta get on it.
So I already took the spare tire out of the wheel well.
Tire just like cover like here for tools.
Carpeting's lifted up.
Yeah. Took the cover for the fuel pump off.
Tool cover goes there, but that's over here now. And so how hard does this look?
So far it's been easy. You just unplug this, take the this valve off, and then this is the pain in the butt part, trying to break loose.
So they actually have a hard line coming back. Is that the return or the feed?
This looks like the feed.
Okay.
I don't even see a return.
Maybe it's a returnless. I'm not sure on this car. I haven't looked at it that closely yet.
Yep.
So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna help Ricky pop this fuel filter out, or fuel pump out. This is a little bit of a tight work environment just because we're leaning over the car into the trunk. So yeah, I might just be handing Ricky tools or vice versa.
So yeah, it got me. I can't get that thing to break loose.
So it's hard to see here, but we've got basically what is a hard line, fuel line that comes in from underneath the car, and it's very difficult in this through the camera to see, but there's a fitting here, and basically a male and a female fitting here. Yeah, there we go. And so what we've done is we've gone ahead and sprayed some of this Aero Coil, which is a penetrating lubricant that loosens frozen metal parts.
We'll see.
And so we're going to see how it works. It's worked wonders on other things that we've done.
Yes.
The problem with this setup is that this becomes your weak point. So we've wedged a pair of pliers underneath it to keep it from torquing basically this and potentially snapping this off. But we're not having any luck getting it off, so we're going to let the coil work.
Yep.
And see if it loosens it up any. I'm guessing this thing probably has never been removed since the car was built in the 90s.
Doesn't seem like it's been removed ever.
Which means it's on there good. All right, so since the old bottom bracket device that captured the old fuel cell and isolated it is no longer able to be suited to our new pump because it's basically designed specifically for the factory pump to sit on, we've actually gone ahead and we're gonna go ahead and hose clamp it to the fixture. That way the pump can't move around. And it leaves it enough. You don't make it super tight, so it has a little bit of.
Either or it's not gonna move up and down because of these holes in the clamps that it's got.
It's not gonna move up or down, but
what we don't want
is
correct.
Yeah, and this rubber hose, believe it or not, plays the role of this rubber grommet at the bottom, so that before this was hard mounted via this connector here, so it needed some isolation at the bottom. The rubber hose on ours is acting as an isolator. And now
I just realized I removed this ground and I had
nothing to do with it.
There was no need for me to remove it. I thought this ground went to the car.
Hey, we're not perfect.
Yes, we are.
Close, but not perfect. Okay, so the fuel pump's all wired up. We've got our positive wire coming into the into the fuel pump area, now wired into our DW400 harness, positive power, and we've got our 2 grounds grounded here to the chassis of the fuel pump carrier. I've gone ahead and tossed a little safety wire just to keep these 2 wires together. Just a quick little safety wire loop. It's probably not necessary, but I want to keep this stuff from riding against the side of this chassis, which could eventually potentially cut through the shielding and cause a short. Typically I'd throw a zip tie on here, but fuel tears stuff up pretty good. I realize there's other rubber hoses and plastics in here. I don't know, I just felt like doing a little safety wiring, so I just put a little safety wire loop around this to keep it from moving around. Very simple installation. We've got our new screen on here so that our fuel is filtered as it goes into the pump, which is awesome. Nice little compact unit. I'm gonna go ahead and toss this thing back in the car now. Well, there you have it, boys and girls. Unfortunately, Ricky had to take off to his day job. In the middle of that installation, I was able to finish it up for him, or for us. And so now we've got a DW400 400 fuel pump in this car, which will provide ample fueling for our ID injectors and our upgraded turbos. This thing's gonna be a ripper. Thanks again to DW400 for all the product support. You guys are the best. Continued support on our projects is paramount, and we appreciate it. So thanks for joining us today on this awesome fuel pump install. Thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for all your comments and likes. We appreciate it all. Leave us some comments if there's some things you want to see us do to this car before one of you gets a chance to win it via our VIP program. If you aren't aware of what our VIP program is, check out throtl.com and get yourself signed up for a chance to win an awesome tuner car once every quarter. We give away some rad stuff. So don't miss out, and you also get a lot of savings on other car parts and things like that. So check out our VIP program if you haven't already done so. We'll see you guys in the next video.